about to watch is genuine footage from our investigations. No manipulation, no fakery, just real footage by real investigators. Viewer discretion is advised.
Paranormal Players. Our
I am, yeah.
A lady in here earlier when we were doing the walk around, and she's here again.
Haunted Britain Investigations.
Based in Hinckley, the first of its kind in the UK, the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre houses a collection of artefacts that are alleged to have paranormal phenomena attached to them. Carefully collected by owner Neil Packer, his passion for the paranormal and haunted artefacts has taken the media by storm, featuring on radio, in newspapers, and on the popular TV show This Morning. HBI just had to investigate this unique location.
Welcome to the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre here in Hinckley and Coventry in Leicester, and welcome to you guys to come and help me investigate us.
Thank you.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's well, we've never investigated a place like this before with artefacts that have attachments to them and stuff. So we're really looking forward to investigating tonight and see what we can pick up. So if you'd like to tell us a bit about some of the artefacts and the attachments and what you've experienced.
Yeah, well, there's children that like to play with the pram. The SLS is just over there.
Okay.
And we quite often pick up little figures on the SLS, playing with the pram. Okay. And playing with the clowns as well. They quite like the clowns being played with.
One of those clowns has been caught moving.
Yes, this one. He was this way round, and if you look, he can go up or down on his feet.
Yeah.
And the person he's always usually up on his right foot, and someone saw him move down that way.
Right.
Then they went off to say, I've seen that clown move.
Yeah.
And when we went back on, looked on, he then, after that person moves away, then goes up. But it goes up.
And stays
up,
place.
yeah.
Wow,
yeah. So he goes. So we're really pleased it got caught that way.
So it goes back and then moves
up.
forwards
So it goes
again.
against gravity to go up.
Wow, okay.
So yes, that was quite good. It's also you've just played music as well. This is one of Neil's favourite items. Really, is one of his first pieces that he got, and there's a little boy, an orphan boy called Bob, attached to him, and this isn't Bob's clown, but he had a clown very similar like it when he was in the orphanage, and it was the only thing that he had that he really loved. So he's kind of he's kind of obviously wandered around and thought, oh, that's like my clown, and just sort of stayed with that. So we've also been in Drakelow Tunnels. There was myself, Neil and Maxine, and we kept getting lost, and then we kept feeling this eerie feeling behind us, like somebody was walking behind. And we get to the big locked door and we thought, oh God, we're back here at the locked door again. Because Neil goes, right, deep breath girls, got to go face what we've been walking through. And as we turned like this, Bob's clown music went off behind us. We didn't have Bob with us, but we were like, that was Bob's music, wasn't it?
And you heard the music?
Yeah, all three of us heard the music. So we were like, it's like his protector. We think he's Neil's, one of Neil's protectors, really, yeah. Well, some artefacts we have are donated. Neil buys things he's drawn to, teamed by artefacts that we're drawn to as well. But then, like the chair behind you, the green one there, that was in a lady's attic. And when she brought it down, found it, she moved into the house, found it in there, brought it down, then strange things started to happen. So she asked Neil to take the chair away. We investigated it, we got a little bit of evidence on it, and then said, do you want it back? And she said, no, it's been peaceful, please keep the chair. So that sometimes happens as well, really.
Is there something I've seen about the
wheelchair,
the thermal imager and something about the legs of people that sit in there?
Yeah. They often feel that they've got their legs been amputated. Females feel different to the males that sit in the chair as well. There is one character that crops up with this one, and he's a bit of a ladies' man. he definitely performs for the ladies more than he does for the men. But yeah, it depends on your energy, and being male or female, you get different sensations when you sit in this chair. Yeah, it is cool.
And we are allowed to sit in
You can sit in this. You're allowed. It's not a museum as such. It was very difficult for us to decide what to call ourselves, because it's nothing is behind glass, nothing can not be touched or held or things like that. That was very important to Neil. He wanted people to be able to access these things and
brilliant.
And to sit in them and use them, you know, and bring the paranormal to the general public. Because on Saturdays it's free to come in. It's just donations, so that they get to access it as well. And like in the same way is with the death masks that we've got. We've got a plasticast one, and we've got 2 wax ones. If I can just get this one. And they are the actual eyelashes of the deceased as well on these items, which again is cool and gross at the same time. Kind of things. So we believe that they took these for 2 reasons, either medically or for if you were executed as a,
like they did with Mary Queen of Scots. She has a death mask.
Yes. Yeah. So I believe that's why they sort of they've taken those. So yeah, so they're quite cool and quite creepy. Some teams gift us things. This came from Gap. It's apparently soil from the Sharon Tate murder house. And it's 50 years next August, apparently the 9th, I believe. And so we're going to do a live feed when we open that.
See if there's any energy with
and right down that they're quite get sensations, and you hear footsteps and things down there. Unfortunately, you can't go through the door because it's down to the offices
but it's worth
below. But it's definitely worth doing a vigil down there. You quite often hear footsteps walking along here, and this brings you into our knowledge of the occult, really, which you kind of have to. I think we felt with the paranormal.
Definitely.
We've got Aleister Crowley tribute, if you like, over this side. We did go to the True Crime Museum
in Hastings,
which obviously he had those caves, and we worked with this item, and I mean it's nailed and stapled onto the wall now, because it when it was in the other room it kept coming off the wall. It was quite one of those weird things, you're like, crikey, that's a bit strange. Also, he is sort of renowned for electrical things going wrong and stuff like that, and we had terrible trouble with electrics.
What, in just this part here?
In this part here, well, all over there. We'd get it working, then it wouldn't. This is our newest piece that has come in, and we've had this about a couple of weeks now, and it came from Wales. A couple had it. When it came in, they then started to have an uneasy feeling in the house, kind of thing. Things would rattle and things like that, and then the gentleman started to have almost a little bit of a personality, got very aggressive and just wasn't himself, just wasn't him.
Kind of possessed.
Well, that's what they ended up talking about it and decided that that's kind of what was happening. And then when Neil took it away, they said that the best night's sleep ever, and they've now started to resume back
So
to
how
normality.
how did they then eventually get to realise that what was affecting the guy was coming from there?
Well, I guess they were talked about it, and they were just thinking, well, what's happened to us, kind of thing. And this was the piece that had come in, but because they could hear it rattling, and I think it's this side, this door would open.
Okay.
That they thought, oh, creepy things were happening with that,
That.
and I think they then put two and two together and
Okay.
sort of decided that that was to do with this piece here.
Lee, how did I say to you how I was feeling when I was in there?
On edge.
Jumpy and irritable
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I was in there. Just, yeah.
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 You
It's
think?
just, well, I didn't know that's what happened to
You
the bloke,
didn't
that he
know,
got
No, you
angry.
didn't know,
But in there I was starting to feel really
No,
quite
that's
angry.
Good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like jumpy and irritable. It was odd.
I've not mentioned.
No,
that
you
to
hadn't told me
have I?
anything
No.
about that.
That's interesting. Isn't it?
Yeah. Very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. We call this the chamber of fear, but basically
Probably best to go in
people.
there.
Yeah, you have to come in. It's mirrors. It's a blacked out room with mirrors. People can do scrying in here as well. The item that's behind the glass here, the general public have sort of fondly named him the voodoo doll. They felt that's what they felt that he was like.
So what's the story with this then?
He was actually bought with another item with a team member, and being the investigator that she is, she just had the equipment out and she was checking it. I think we were going to run an investigation and whatever, and the REM pod kept going off and whatever, and then she didn't start to feel very well herself, kind of thing, and she works with Maxine. Then Maxine didn't start to feel very well.
Okay.
Neil took it to work and didn't tell anybody, just left it in the back of his office, and 3 men that week came in and said they didn't feel
Didn't
very
feel
well and
well.
had to go home. So we have put him behind glass. So this is where we do our live feeds from it in here. This clock has never been wound up, but quite often you'll get ticking. You might even pick it up on your EVPs. Also with the fireplace, we brought the fireplace in, and some people have experienced temperature fluctuations, and they'll say, oh, it's probably off from your chimney breast, and we're like, there isn't one. We put that in and built that ourselves, so it's quite interesting.
Okay. Is that the clock that was made in Hingley?
No, that's the one that's in the main room.
Okay.
The one,
So
the grandfather
is there anything
one.
with this clock?
Yes, when Neil was on this morning, a lady messaged him straight away and says, please come and take this clock. It's been in the family. She believes it was her granddad is with the clock,
Okay.
and she said nobody wants it,
Right.
and she didn't want it to go
So
anyway.
she's been
so
having unusual things happen.
yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us around.
You're
It's been
welcome.
awesome. And
Have a good
hopefully,
night,
we'll
yeah.
catch some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Hey everybody, it's Steve here from HBI. Tonight we are in Hinckley in Leicestershire at a haunted antiques museum. It's a paranormal research centre that has objects from around the world that allegedly have spirits attached to them. Now, I've been here for about an hour and a half or so and just had a wander round. The minute that I stepped into this first room, I was greeted by an elderly lady who was associated with this rocking chair. She's quite a short lady, probably about 4 foot something, but a really friendly, lovely face. She seemed so warm and friendly and greeted me. I haven't got a name yet.
Hang on. Whoa.
Have we got something on the...
Yes, we have.
here? What have we got?
Okay, we have just had a little figure down where this pram is.
Okay.
Okay, if there's somebody here by this pram, can you show yourself again to me? I'm reaching out my hand, perhaps you could touch my hand? Don't be afraid. No, it's not doing it again. There was definitely some
Okay.
kind of figure about this high
Yeah, no
as
problem.
you were talking. Just keep
Okay.
your eye on that, Steve, while we're
Okey
doing
dokey.
it, and I'll swing round if it appears again.
Okay, so we've got this lovely lady. I'll see if I can interact with her a bit later and see if we can get a name or something, but she's very, very friendly. She's got a lovely, warm, welcoming face. And also in this room I've seen a lady with a baby in a, what I'd say is a Victorian type outfit, and she was cradling the baby. She was standing about here. Quite a tall lady. I could see her dress very clearly, so again we'll see if we can interact with her later. There's a lot of artefacts in this room. I've had a sort of a wander around and I've touched a few of them. This table here was quite interesting. I believe I've been told this came from a pub, but I was drawn to it because there was a lady and a gentleman sat round it. So they weren't sat on the chairs though. I'm not sure these chairs are actually associated with this table.
Okay.
But they weren't actually sat on the chairs, but I could see them sat at this table enjoying themselves. There's also a child in here that I've seen, a little girl, probably 4 or 5 years old.
Well,
maybe.
that height there is exactly about the height that the stick figure appeared as we were talking there.
So again, hopefully we'll be able to interact with this girl as well. I haven't got a name for her yet. I came out onto the stairs. These we can't actually get anywhere down here, but there's a gentleman on the stairs. I believe his name is Alan. Tall chap, very thin, with round spectacles on. Very friendly man.
Okay.
Very smartly dressed. Appears to be in recent history from his clothing.
Right.
I would say within the last 50 to 100 years, maybe.
Okay.
He was very friendly. He was very interested in what we were doing. He was sort of in this area on the stairs, up and down.
Is he aware of what this place is being used for now?
He didn't say anything like that.
Okay.
I just got this name Alan, and he just kind of seemed very interested in who I was.
Okay. Well, we can ask the ladies if anyone else has picked up that name before.
Okay. So now I came into this area and was immediately struck by this sideboard, because standing here was a gentleman, and is a gentleman, a very angry gentleman, in a black hat and dark clothing. He's a little bit shorter than me, but he is associated with this sideboard. This is his piece of furniture, and he doesn't appear to be a very nice chap.
Okay.
So I would like to find out a little bit more about that, definitely. We know that this sideboard came from Wales.
That's right, yeah.
We know there's a bit of history attached to it. And I think that's really interesting because it ties into this gentleman here.
Okay.
I haven't picked up anything else in here.
Okay.
Now, in this, what they call the scrying room, so it's a room with mirrors, and there's a sort of a doll figure, not sure what it is. I came and sat in here earlier. I spent about 10 minutes in here. It's a little bit weird because you've got mirrors everywhere and they sort of reflect off each other. But I didn't sense anything in the room. However, I saw somebody walk past the curtain on the other side, and Mike, one of our other investigators, who was he talking to you?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
A few seconds after I saw these legs and feet go past, Mike said that there was somebody behind him, wasn't he? And he was reacting quite badly to whatever it was. But I clearly saw a what appeared to be male legs and feet walk past, because the curtain was open like that much.
Okay.
So I thought that was really good. But I haven't picked up anything in there whatsoever, or anything from that doll so far. Coming into this seance room, as it's set up as, the minute I walked into here, it was quite overwhelming. I guess maybe a lot of energy's been created in here. Now HBI don't do seances, we don't get involved in anything like that. I'd say a lot of energy's been created in this room. Obviously we won't be doing seances or anything, there's a lot of equipment and paraphernalia for seances in this building, but we don't get involved in that. But we have got the REM pod on the table. The fireplace is not actually a working fireplace, there's no chimney associated with that. There's a grandfather clock as well, which apparently has not been running at all. I haven't got much in this room apart from there was a child in here as well. I haven't been able to see them clearly, but there was a child on that side of the table earlier. And it was a female, different to the one that was through the other room. They are slightly older, slightly taller,
Right.
with long curly blonde hair. So that's the only thing I've picked up in here. So I've just come into this room a few minutes ago, and for the first time now I'm picking up a group of men in robes. So I'm not sure if this room has been used for some kind of meeting or gathering, but there's a group of robed men. There's about 5 or 6 of them standing in here, and they're making me feel very uncomfortable and very unwelcome. In fact, I've gone very cold. And I wonder if it's them that's affecting Mike, because Mike's been affected quite badly in this room when he's come in. He's felt like he's spinning around.
Yeah, and well, initially I thought that would just be the artefacts and stuff.
But yeah, this room's been used for some kind of meeting or some kind of order.
Okay.
At some point. That's a noise outside, I believe.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know if you can feel anything, but the atmosphere in this room for me has completely changed.
I've not noticed it myself.
It's very uncomfortable. They make me feel very uncomfortable, so we haven't got the stick figure back yet. It did look like a child doing some kind of activity, pedaling or swimming or...
Let's just go out, because you know, we probably interrupted and scared it. I mean, it was still there until I walked by it.
Yeah, as soon as you walked by it vanished.
Yeah, which kind of gives me the impression it could be trying to map the cot.
Yeah.
Let's just give it a second and then we'll go back in. Okay, if there is a little child in there and you're down by the pram or the cot, now that we're out of the room, could you do what you were doing before and perhaps appear to us again? And then on the count of 5, I'll come back into the room, okay? And you don't need to be afraid. Not here to hurt you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back in now. Oh my god. It's there. On your back. And it's back.
Is the SLS camera mapping the doll in the cot, or is it something that the team can't see? HBI trying to debunk this anomaly.
See, if it was mapping the cot, it would map it over there as well, wouldn't it? Because it picked up you. See, if it can pick up you, it can map the cot. That's what I'm saying.
That's mapping. Mapping me.
But it's not mapping on this one.
No, I'm a foot closer. That's what I say. If I put that back there, are you mapping it here?
No.
Okay, put her back in there. Are you mapping yet?
No.
No, it stopped.
Mine's stopped.
Now it's mapping.
Now it's mapping.
But mine's not.
Just move back out of their shot, Rob.
Sorry?
Move back so you see if you can move to the side so you're not.
That's a bit because it looks a bit wrong.
Well, I've been crouching over it. You should have seen it earlier.
I don't want to.
Mel's gone right up to 0.4.
See, that looks like there's something sitting in the cot, but it could be mapping the dough.
Is it the doll that's in there?
However, if it's a
Can
child,
I swap the,
then
the pram and the cot
if
over?
it's a child, why aren't I mapping it now?
I don't know.
Now it's gone.
So I'm not even mapping
Yeah, because
Jen.
I'm standing in the way.
Well,
Okay.
you're not mapping anything, so something's wrong with your thing then.
Put you there. I'll
Oh,
put you back.
right, I've got somebody now.
Put you back. Put you back.
There you go. Let's swap these around then.
Rob, I think your two figures of time theory has just been blown.
Sorry?
It's a shame that's not recording. Because when Lynn came round, there was two, and all of a sudden the little figure appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you two were on, and that left that space to the left. The figure came up.
I said to you that the third
There
came
was
up in
three,
that room as
yeah.
well.
As you moved it back, a little figure that's about yay high standing
Too far
appeared.
forward.
After half an hour of experimenting with the SLS camera, the team come to the conclusion that the SLS is trying to map either the doll or the cot. Or is it? You decide.
I heard a
Now
whirr.
it's
Was that
mapping,
coming from outside?
I think it was outside.
Was it? I heard it too.
now it's mapping the pram.
There's a REM pod going off. There was a REM pod going off.
It's
Did
in
you
here.
hear it?
Yeah, it's in here.
Is it just the one that's on?
Yeah, this is the one where I saw the stick
Hello?
figure first.
Is there anybody in here? Can you make that? Did you just set that off on the table? Did you touch it? Okay, I think I've. No, it's that.
Right, that pod's really.
Did you hear the REM pod go?
I heard you shout. I heard you shout the second gun off.
Oh yeah, it definitely went off.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it go myself.
Do you know if we got a name of this child? Steve picked it up.
Don't know.
No, he didn't pick up on that.
Well, maybe you could tell us your name. Do you want to tell us? Maybe you could tell us your name and do you know how old you are? Because when we saw you on the screen before, I would have said you're probably about 3. Or are you older than 3? Are you 3.5? 3 3/4?
Come on, if there's any children in this room, come and stand next to the toy that you like the most, like Mike asked you to do. Do you like the dolly? Like the dolly in the cot? Something's just pulled my hair. Okay, if that's somebody touching my hair, and I think pretty much somebody did that to me earlier when I was standing the other side of the room, can you do it again, please? Or can you try and touch one of the dolls on the table, one of the clowns on the table?
So why won't you come and talk to us anymore?
Okay, if there's somebody here with us that's making our meters
Yeah, 0.3.
increase, please can you do something else for us? Come and stand in front of these toys. Come and show yourself.
It's going up at the speed of somebody getting closer.
What's it up to? What's it up to now?
0.3.
It was on 0.
Yeah, now it's gone back down.
Gone back
0.2. Come on, don't be shy.
Come Come on, come this way. It's fine.
No one's going to hurt you.
Come and show yourself on these screens again. Come and stand in front of me. So why is it?
Point 1, point 2, point 1.
It's not me, because when I was standing there before it was on 0.
Yep.
I want to know why all of a sudden these things have
aren't
stopped
showing
mapping.
up. What is it mapping?
Well,
It's mapping you.
I'm standing still.
yeah, it does anyway,
Yeah,
Joe.
but look how many dots there are.
Well, why don't you
So
just...
just the tables in the way.
Joe, move to clear of the pram. Oh, here we
Oh
go.
my god. Is that the chair?
Right, that's the only difference since before. Is that you? How come it's not mapping on the other one?
Nothing's mapping on the other one.
Apart from you, Joe.
Apart from me.
Yeah, look, you can see on... Look
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
But that is at a slightly different angle.
There's a 0.1, the EMF meter's going up 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2. It's back at 0.2 again. Okay, is there anybody sat in this chair? In the little chair in front?
It does look like a little person sitting with
It
its legs
does, doesn't
dangling out.
but it's...
But is it the chair that it's mapping? But then why isn't it mapping it on the other one?
And why...
Okay, hang on. Oh my goodness.
What?
It's not mapping the chair.
What's it mapping?
Do you know why I know it's not mapping the chair?
Because the chair's on the thing?
No, because I can see the legs of the chair on this, and whatever this is sitting in the chair, waving its legs about. I can see you at the back, Jem,
Yeah.
and then this is actually... I can see the cot, I can see the baby. Now you
Rob, sit back out shot, mate.
can see Rob.
Back a bit, back a bit. That's it.
Two figures showing up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Jem.
one of them's
Yeah,
Jem,
that's me.
and they put a chair in front of the table.
Yeah.
But it's not the chair, it's
I can
mapping.
see the chair legs, they're just darkened out.
It's gone.
It's gone. So what was it mapping? The pram?
No, mapping the chair.
Something
Mapping
sitting in
the chair, but something,
Something in the chair.
Not the chair itself.
Interesting.
Don't be scared.
What was that?
That was Rob, just going
Was
into
it?
shot, yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Okay, so if you were sitting in the chair a minute ago and you've just got out the chair, could you get back in the chair for us, please?
Do you know what I think's happened if it's genuine spirit? I think Rob scared it. No offence, Rob, I think the fact that you've come in, walked towards it, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone, the mel meter's gone down to 0 again
It's
there.
gone.
So we had a spike of 0.3 on the mel meter,
Yeah.
then the figure appeared in the chair,
And then Rob came in the room and scared it.
and now the mel
It's gone
meter's
what?
gone down to...
It went down to 0, it's gone back to 0.1.
Right, mine's just come up to 0.1. I've recalibrated my
Back
mouse
down to
with,
0.
0.2, 0.1. And we've just recalibrated this to this building.
Yeah, on yours, Rob, it wasn't picking up anything.
That's weird. Okay, it's living in here. Is anybody in here who would like to come and talk to us, come and communicate with us?
anybody up here?
Yeah, and you know.
You did it again when we were out the room, didn't you? Can you do it again for us? Is this safe to sit on?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, bless you. Thanks ever so much. That's the REM pod, guys.
Oh, with bloody lens caps on as well.
Oh, God, that was on cue. Thank you
Schoolboy
so
error.
much. Are you in here with us? Do you mind us being here? Will you light it up if you don't mind? Oh, we don't.
The static cam microphone picks up an EVP.
Will you light it up if you don't mind? Oh, we don't mean you any harm. Will you light it up if you don't mind? Oh, we don't mean you any harm. Please light it up so you're letting us know you don't mind us being here interacting with you tonight. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure to be here with us this evening. We've seen there's so many artefacts in here. Do you belong? Light them all up for us. That would be fantastic. It means move right around the table. Can you do that for us, please? There's always those. And again, right the way round. Can you light another one?
Thank you.
That's better. Thank you very much. Are you connected to some artifact in here? Are you connected in some way?
It's a bit low down.
It is a bit, isn't it? Don't laugh, I've got to get up of this yet.
I'll look it up, don't
Oh dear.
Right, I'm worried
Sorry.
that this is coming off over a period of time. Next time it goes off, I'm going to start. No, it's not. That's just
No, that's doing different. Can you light the light this side, the one next to it, please? I think it's green, is it, the next colour?
No, I'm colourblind. Can you try and make all the lights come on at the same time, please?
Thank you ever so much.
That would be awesome.
We really appreciate what you're doing, thank you.
So who is it in here then that is attached to this doll that I'm looking at, that I'm sitting in front of? Do you have a name? It's reported that you make people feel ill. So could you tell me why that's the case? Why is it that when your doll is around people for a length of time that they feel ill and they come down with different ailments? Is there any reason why you make people feel ill? What is it about this doll here, or your doll? Is it because you passed over and you were ill? And you passed over because you had some kind of illness? Am I being very silly for sitting here talking to a doll? Or are you more than just a doll? Is there someone attached to this doll? Do you know why we're here?
You're an artist, please.
Huh?
You wear an aftershave.
I was this morning.
Smell aftershave. Smell it?
Certainly smells different to what it did when we first came in here.
Yeah, I thought when we came in it was musty.
Yeah.
No, it ain't you. You smell of kebabs.
Gee, thanks, mate.
It's aftershave.
Yeah.
Okay, is that you projecting the smell of aftershave or flowers or some kind of aroma? Are you trying to let us know that you're here?
It's gone. It's gone. It's back to the musty smell again.
No, people call you the voodoo doll. I don't think you're a voodoo doll. The device here that I put on the doll's legs, if you talk into that, I might be able to pick up your voice. So now is the time. If you have anything you want to say, you can say it into that, and then I'll play it for the whole world to hear.
So the audio, that was me struggling to get out of the wind. Oh, yeah.
On the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, that could quite easily.
And then go back.
This has to be one of the most uncomfortable chairs
Really?
I've ever sat. That is really not good. Because like I say, you can't sit right back in it.
No.
Oh God, it smells of hospitals.
Old hospital.
Remember how did you ever go in Loughborough Hospital, Lee?
Yeah.
Do you remember how that used
Yeah.
to smell? And my right hand's gone tingly, but it's gone hot tingly, not cold tingly.
Wow.
What?
Right, that hand's 80 degrees. That hand's 75. So that hand's 5 degrees warmer.
This hand feels hot.
It's
Like,
five.
really hot.
It's 5 degrees warmer.
In Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Not more so here.
Right, so that's 90. It's showing 93 on the hand. 90. There's a 3 degree difference in the temperature.
Not bad.
Sorry.
Not bad.
And I didn't notice it before I sat in the chair.
Now if I do it from here, it's quite, can you put your both hands just so they're in the same position, Jim? So if I do it from here, that must read an 88. I was reading 85, 82, 80, 79, 78, getting colder. 83, there we go. So there is 5 degrees different.
It's quite significant.
That's odd.
And there is like a tingly burning sensation in this hand, in my right hand, but not my left. The left is absolutely fine.
84.
It actually, to be honest, it actually hurts. My right hand actually hurts. It's weird. Underneath,
Right.
like here.
Okay, just hold key hand still. I'm just doing palms up. Oh, just leave it like that. 94. Wow. Okay, it's up to 91. That one's gone to 91 as well, so both hands are the same temperature. Yeah, 2 degrees difference, so one is warmer than the other.
Gosh, this is well, you certainly couldn't fall asleep in it, could you? Whilst on a break, team members Andy and Lynn decide to sit in the artefacts room. After a few minutes, Lynn comments on having her hair pulled. Think back to earlier in this episode where Gemma also commented about having her hair pulled in almost exactly the same place. Also, listen carefully to the ovulous response.
Are you kidding? So you just pulled my out? I'd have to go right back, yeah?
Yeah.
Something's just pulled my hair out, hasn't it? Oh! Oh! Something's just pulled my hair out, and the ovilus has just said, hair? 3.8 on the millimetre.
Maybe you weren't sitting anywhere near the camera, were you?
Yeah, but back to the. Well, no, it's not recording. It's pulled my hair out, hasn't it?
Tall, thin chap, glasses, round lens glasses. It's probably late 50s, early 60s. Quite inquisitive, looking what we're doing. He's been here through the whole evening, to be honest. I've seen him quite a lot on this staircase. I'm not really sure why he's here.
Is he attached to the building or is he attached to something in the building, do you think? Or should I ask you, Alan?
Yes, ask him.
Alan, are you attached to something in the building or are you attached to the building itself?
So what is your association with this building, Alan? Because that's the impression that I'm getting, that he was here. Can you show me? Is there something that you can show me that will give me an idea?
Maybe you could touch one of these dolls at the top of the stairs. Bottle's been thrown out.
Oh.
Can you touch one of the dolls on the top of this bookcase for me? If you move one of those, maybe were you the person who pushed one of them down the stairs? Maybe you could do it again? Okay, Alan, if you're here with us on the staircase, there's nobody standing on the staircase now. If you walk down there you can set off the lights. They will trigger as soon as you go past them. Maybe you could do that for us? Can you walk past them and make them go off? Make them light up?
Yes, I'm back. Hello. Okay, you've got my attention. So can you tell me who you are? What's your name? My name's Lee.
Oh, there's a man banging his fist on the table.
Okay. Why are you banging your fist on the table? Can you talk into my device and let me know? Why are you coming across as if you're angry? Feel free to play with the devices on the table, that's what they're there for. Why are you here? Why are you in this room? Have you come with something in this room? Is there anything in this room that belongs to you?
So there's a man in this room with us who was very angry. He was banging his fist on the table. There's 2 REM pods on the table which activated just before we came into the room. As soon as we walked in they stopped. They activated about half an hour ago when I came into the room and then stopped. So that's twice they've gone off now. This gentleman is really angry. He really is banging his fist on the table.
Stomach. Why are you doing that? Why are you banging your fist on the table? Come on, answer us. If you're going to show aggression, then I want to know why you're showing aggression. Whoa! Holy crap! What was that?
What did you get?
Hang on. Massive blip on the chair next to Andy, but I've got a feeling it's a lens flare from the SLS. Not 100% sure, because I can't really... Oh, I can actually. I'll have to review that. I think it's the SLS. Okay, so I'll go back to my question then. Why are you banging your fists on the table? Is there anything we can help you with? If you can't talk to me by shouting into this device that I've got or talking into the camera that I'm holding, then perhaps you could answer by doing a yes or no with the devices on the table. So if it's a yes, you could light up one of the devices, say the one nearest to me, and if it's a no, how about lighting up the other device nearest to my friend over there with a hat on? Okay, so is there anything you want us to do for you? Are you happy that we're in this room? Do you want us to leave? So are you going to remain silent then? I'll ask again, is there anything in this room that you are linked with that belongs to you.
Okay. Is this what you're looking for? If I put that on the table.
Okay, so the same question again then. Perhaps you could light up our boxes that are in the table like you've been doing. Is what Steve has just put on the table linked to you? Is that what you were after? If it is, can you light up one of those boxes, make it beep, make it sound? All you've got to do is go towards it like you've been doing and just touch it. It's like it doesn't want us to be in here, but then when we go it alarms.
It's a very nice pocket watch, this.
Oh, got cramp.
Wouldn't mind something like that myself. How would you feel if I was to take this home with me? We're not here to mock you. All we want to do is communicate. We're not here to send you into the lights. We just want to find some kind of proof of the existence of life after death. You can help us do that. You can help us get the undeniable proof that we are after. If you're happy for us to be here, let us know. If you're not happy for us to be here, let us know.
Tell you what, light up one of them for a yes, you don't mind us being here, and do the other one.
That's what I've asked them to do, isn't it?
Yeah, both for no, one of them for yes.
You don't need to do anything complicated. They may look a bit intimidating, but all they do is light up when you get close. You haven't got to flick a switch. You haven't got to wind a handle. Just get close to them and they will react to you. Would you like me to demonstrate? If I get close to it, it goes off. And you will make it react in exactly the same way.
So is it a haunted building or spirit attachment to the artefacts? Whatever it is that is causing the reported phenomena in this location definitely warrants further investigation, and the HBI team can't wait to return to discover what more it has to offer.
We are Haunted Britain Investigation.